5. I really had every intention of getting a video out the week of Christmas. Didn't happen. Hours at work just kind of skyrocketed as expected. So that video didn't work, and yeah, so today is actually January 2nd. So hopefully this video gets out by the 3rd, the 4th, sometime this week. So how are you guys? I hope you had a fantastic Christmas, had fun celebrating the new year, and I hope 2025 is great for you guys. So today's video, I had a couple different ideas of things I wanted to share. One thing I'm going to wait and do a different couple weeks from now, but since it's the new year and I want to kind of combine a few different things, I was going to do a video where I'm just naming my top 10 favorite books that I read this year. And then on Katya's blog post, she did an end of the year book tag along with like book resolutions and stuff. So I was like, I could do that. In the end, I kind of decided to take a little bit from each thing. And sort of the mid-year book tag, I took some questions from that. And I'm just doing like a random assortment of end of the year bookish New Year's questions. I thought it'd be fun to throw in some Goodreads stats. So according to Goodreads, I read 90 books in 2024. This is out of my goal of 50, so I made the goal and then some. However, there's one book that I read like the 31st that I did not get a chance to post on Goodreads yet. So technically I read 91 books. So I'm editing this right now, and what I did not realize was when I started doing this and then when I added that last book that I didn't get to add for the Mountain Quilt one, I didn't think it would change my stats that much. Kinda did. So just go with whatever the picture is shown and don't go with what I'm saying, unless it's the same as the picture. Okay, bye. The shortest book I read, according to Goodreads, is The Imaginary Friend, which is 12 pages long. And the longest book that I read was 4,496 pages. Box sets all 12 books of, is it 12 books? No, it's 24 books of Demon Slayer. The average book length that I read is 243 pages, which sounds pretty accurate. The book I read that was most shelved by others on Goodreads was Animal Farm, and it's this really long number here. And the least shelved is actually Peace Be Still, my book, and 10 people have shelved that book. My average rating was 3.7 stars. The book I read with the highest rating on Goodreads is The Prayer Garden by Kelsey Bryant. My first review of the year, I'm not 100% sure this is accurate, but Peace Be Still, when I was giving like little updates about writing progress and everything, I'm not sure that was the first one. I really don't know, I don't remember. But that's what they say it was. Next question that I came up with, again, I pulled these from different tags and whatnots. What book or books am I currently reading that I'm carrying over from 2024? Which is quite a lot, actually. And some of these aren't even on Goodreads. I just haven't had a chance to mark them. First, I am reading Call of the Wild and White Fang. Whole separate video I'm doing. Actually did finish reading Call of the Wild. I'm going to start White Fang, and I have never actually read that one before, so I'm very excited. But Call of the Wild, I've read it a couple times, and it's really, really good. But this will be in its own separate video. I'm still currently reading the Narnia series, and I'm honestly, it kind of stinks that I'm still trying to get through this. I haven't picked this one up. Last read this back in like March, maybe, so like I kind of just put it aside and didn't get back to it. So I really, I need to get back to this, like, really bad. I am currently reading Sweeney Todd and the String of Pearls. Actually, this is the one that I'm actively reading. I have made progress and stuff that I have not yet read. I started this a while back and put it aside for other things, like I always do, and I'm finally now getting back to it, and I've made new progress. So that's fun. I'm on page 92, chapter 10. Right, and I am still reading I Capture the Castle. I'm still on chapter 8, which I will finish this, and it will be a really fun video of viewer's choice, reader's choice. I just need to get back to it. I started right before Christmas, Mr. Dickens and His Carol. I honestly did not get far at all. Like, I'm only on chapter 5. and I completely forgot what this was about. So this is going to be something that I have to completely restart because I don't remember any of it. I did something really exciting. These are also going to be featured in a video in a few weeks. I can't wait to show these, but I started reading The Midnight Blizzard by Mary Meckham, a very limited time, like just before Christmas. It was in November. She had some copies she was selling herself, and I don't know if you follow her or not. She does not sell direct. She just goes to Amazon. So I was like, I'm absolutely going to buy this book from her, and it's signed and everything, which is super fun. So I love that. I don't even have a bookmark in this yet because I didn't want to dog-ear the pages. I started this, maybe got like the 3rd chapter, and I need to get back to it. But yes, I'm very excited. It is a Cinderella retelling. Cinderella with Jack Frost. And then for Christmas, my mom got me this, The Silent Night, which is also part of the Christmas Chronicles. And this is a Sleeping Beauty retelling. Got up to page 29, and that's only paperbacks. On my Kindle, I started reading To Make a Merry Christmas, The Man Who Invented Christmas, which I am determined to finish that book. I started reading The Itsy Bitsy Liar by Abigail Manning, and it's part of a series, Once Upon a Rhyme, and it's so intriguing. I'm still reading A Noble Purpose, Cornerstone series, book 1. I've got my Kindle Clean Out Challenge book, which I will share in a probably much later video. So I'm working on that. So yeah, a lot of still current reads, and I'm hoping to get these going for the new year and get a lot of these done. Next question, were there any book series that I completed or else got caught up with? First one I completed was The Kitten Files by Perry Elizabeth Kirkpatrick, which is just a really fun cat that can read, write, solves mysteries. It's very wholesome, cozy. It is just perfect, you know. So I finished that and I loved it. The next series that I completed was The Cirque du Freak, which, wow, that feels like forever ago, guys. And my sister read that after I did, and it was so fun getting to kind of share that with her. It's a really interesting series. It is about vampires. And then my sister got me to read some manga, and I completed the Death Note series, which is 12 books. It's really like the anime. So if you like the anime, you'll like the manga because it's very, very like almost the same, honestly. Almost. There's some differences, but it's basically the same thing. And then Demon Slayer, all 24 books, which I sped through that series so fast. I want to say I read that just before I went on vacation back in August. Got to catch up with Jaina Boss's Of Liberty and Conscience, which I should have grabbed those books off the shelves. I read her new book, Patriot at the River, which is book 2. Very, very good. Bree Pembroke released book 2 of the Chronicles of this. And I read Koopa Driver Coach and The Long Ride. Next question, new favorite authors. So here are my new favorite authors from last year. Renee Knight, who wrote Of Oceans and Pearls. Melanie Dobson, who wrote The Runaway. Sarah Carlyle, and the book I read by her was A Gentle Hope. Jaden Phillips, the first book I read by her, The Guild of Thieves, which was awesome. The author of The Boy Who Didn't Exist, Mariposa Ariesto, I believe, which I apologize if I said your name wrong. Alright, next question. What were some books that I reread this year? The first one was Double Identity by Margaret Pearson Haddix. Like I said, I restarted the Narnia series, so I read books 1 and 2. Animal Farm is technically a reread because I read it back in high school. I'm going to include The Prayer Garden with this because the author, she didn't do like a whole rewrite of the book, but like she just added a bonus chapter, did a little bit of revamping, but I want to call it a reread. And then The Wind and the Willows was my last reread, and it was my second time reading it. Oh, and then I also read The Tale of Despero, which is becoming one of my all-time favorites. Book to movie adaptations that I read. We have Kiki's Delivery Service. Read that. It was okay, and honestly I like the cartoon better than the Narnia series, like I mentioned. I read The Ending in the Cupboard, which it was okay. I'm not a huge fan of it. And then Animal Farm, like I said, there's been film adaptations on that. The Cirque du Freak series, I watched The Vampire's Assistant, and that's how I found out about the book series. The anime, Death Note, and Demon Slayer, both those are anime TV shows, if you will. Uncle Tom's Cabin has also been adapted into film. The One in the Willows. The Tale of Despero, which I want to watch that cartoon so bad. My top 10 favorite reads of 2024. I thought it would be so difficult, but I went through all of my, because on Instagram I make a post each month with all the books I read, the ratings, very brief mini review, and I went through, jotted down my favorites from each one, and I came up with exactly 10. So it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Becoming Hooked by Mary Meckham, January. It was very good, exciting, and just a really interesting villainous retelling. The Runaway by Melanie Dobson. This was so good and immersive. A Gentle Hope was a very, very sweet and just wholesome Beauty and the Beast retelling. Very good. Guild of Thieves by Jaden Phillips was so good. Animal Farm was so good. I really enjoyed that. And then another one by Jaden Phillips, which I was shocked that I had two made lists, was This Great Canvas. Loved it. It was so beautiful and just very endearing. Diverged in a Wood. I really enjoyed this one. This was an ARC, which I think that was my first ARC I've mentioned on here. I love the theme. Taking the road less traveled, being immersed in nature and the woods and everything. If you follow along with me on social media, this year I started taking a lot more walks and going on nature trails, going to parks. So it just was like, I could not wait to read this book. Now, my favorite book of all time. Now that the year is over, and I know for sure I have a favorite book of the year, and that is Uncle Tom's Cabin. Guys, it is so sad. It is so raw and powerful, and just, you gotta read it. I read it for my Kindle cleanup, so if you want to watch that video, it's up in the corner. In my last video, I mentioned Grand Intentions by J. Grace Pennington, which was such a relatable story about an aspiring writer who just wants all the time in the world to write, peace and quiet, and it was so good. Now these are in order because I had an issue with the listing, but last one, number 10, Nova and the Lost Stars by Lillian Keith, which this was an ARC as well, and it was just so fun. Great bedtime story, and I loved it. The Goodreads stats are great and all, but this is also my Booktube channel. Let's look at some Booktube stuff. I posted 38 videos, and I did 12 shorts, which I don't know. I kind of like the shorts, kind of don't. I don't know. The most popular video that I did, the one that got the most views, was for my Kindle Clean Out Challenge where I read Uncle Tom's Cabin. It has currently 108, which just blows my mind. That's the one video I have that has topped 100 views, which is crazy. If I counted correctly, I ended up doing 8 ARC video reviews, which was so fun. Book challenges, I think my favorite content to do on here were the book challenges. The library haul, the Spell My Name in TBRs, which was great. The Kindle Clean Out series, which I absolutely love, and I'm so excited to do the third one. I also really enjoyed the Lazy Autumn Sunday video. So also I'm turning this into goals for this channel. Obviously, I want to continue posting on here. I love this channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed as well. And thank you so much for being here, by the way. I truly appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the videos, like them, comment, and subscribe. It really means a lot. So I want to hear back from you. What content would you like to continue to see? What new content would you like? Do you want to see more book challenges, more ARC reviews, or just book reviews in general? Do you like me sharing cover reviews on here? So goals, I definitely want to continue to post on here. I will probably just be sticking to doing 2 a month for now. I have an ARC that will be coming out at the end of January, so I gotta get that going. I'm trying not to sign up for as many cover reveals and ARCs just because of time, and I'm trying to jumpstart a career in administrative assistantness or virtual assistanting. So I'm trying to take online classes and everything with that. So time is very kind of scarce. I do have a ton of videos that I wanted to do last year that I had planned, just didn't get around to doing them. There's quite a few actually, so hopefully I'll get some of those book challenges done. I would love to hear back from you. What do you like? What don't you like? What content do you want to see more of, see less of? Any book recommendations or books you think I should read and review on this channel. I think that will about cover it. 2024 was a crazy busy year. But it's been fun, and I'm so excited for what 2025 has in whole God has on the horizon for me. I'm very excited, and I am praying it is going to be a fantastic year. I have all kinds of plans, so we'll see what goes. I'm going to go and close this. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how many books did you read this year? What were some of your favorites, favorite authors, and what series, if any, are you currently reading? So I'm going to go ahead and go. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all again next couple weeks probably. Yeah, that'll be the plan anyway. So until next time, happy